Geometry 1, Chapter 4, Topic 8. You should know how to apply the reflections and parallel lines theorem. So an example, what type of transformation maps A to A double prime? Second part, if the distance between the lines is 3 inches, how long is the line segment A double prime? So it's a two-part question because the reflections and parallel line theorem has several parts. So the first question says, what type of transformation maps A to A double prime? So A here is the right eye of the smiley face. A double prime is the right eye of the smiley face here. And you'll notice, first of all, it's called reflections and parallel lines theorem. So that means these lines are in fact parallel. And the smiley face has been reflected over the first line. See, the smiley face kind of goes from a right side up smiley face to a sideways smiley face. And then it's reflected across the second line. So it goes from A to A prime, and then from A prime to A double prime. And what do you notice between or about the first smiley face and the second smiley face? Your options are it can be a translation, a rotation, or a reflection. Well, a translation slides the picture, so it essentially looks exactly the same, it's just in a different location. A reflection typically can make it kind of be backwards almost. And a rotation is when it's been turned. Well, to get from the first picture to the last picture, it looks exactly the same. It's just been moved. That's a translation. Easy enough. If you reflect over parallel lines, reflect over the first line and then reflect over the second line, your two reflections actually together make one translation. Now the second part, if the distance between the lines is 3 inches, how long is the line segment A double prime? So what that means is that this distance here is 3 inches, and we want to know the distance from A to A double prime. Well, what the reflections and parallel lines theorem says is that the distance between the pre-image and the image, or the pre-image and the image, is twice the distance between the lines. So to get from A to A double prime is twice the distance between the lines, so 2 times 3 is 6. How long is the line segment A to A double prime? 6 inches. And that's according to the reflections and parallel lines theorem.